coming up on today's episode.
Good evening, YouTube. Here with you at the chair in the living room once again. Currently eating a Sonic Blast. Got up to 86 here today. Felt the need to cool off a little bit. Here with you today to show you what else I bought. It goes along with the last video I made on the blue Yeti. Yeah, I bought another one. This one was a good deal. Or I thought it was. You can see it says parts are not working, tested for power only, sold as is, no returns. And we go down and look at the description. Basically says the same. Oh, there it is. Tested for power only, sold as is, no returns, no accessories are included. And they did not include anything. This is exactly what I got. But this is in perfect shape. I mean, it's like brand new. And like I said, it is perfect. You can see the USB jack there, or plug-in, whatever you want to call it. It's a little dirty, it looks like, but I'm going to say it doesn't look that bad compared to the other ones I've seen. And I am, in fact, using it right now to record this. It does, there is a little looseness on the cable when you plug it in, but nothing near the worst I've seen on these. So, like I said, it's just a perfect example. Obviously, it's not blue, it's silver. But, and like I said, what I plan to do with this is just basically use this as the second one. And instead of trying to fix the other one. Now, I may still fix the other one, or try to anyway. But there's not as much pressure on me now to fix it, and so that makes a big difference. I think it does. So let's look at what I paid for this. It says $14.99, but if you look at the order details, I only gave $14.92 with tax, with shipping, with everything. Apparently, I got a discount. It says item discount $1.05. So I have bought from this guy before. Maybe that's the discount. I don't know. But again, for less than $15, I got a perfectly working blue Yeti, silver blue Yeti. So I can't really complain about that. And I'm not going to. So again, I asked Bob about this, and we talked about it a little bit. But on the other one, instead of actually taking that chip out, I'm just going to disconnect the power from it. There's one pin that's a power pin. I'll disconnect that power pin. And if the noise goes away, that pretty much tells me right there it is the 555 timer chip. And the more you think about it, what else could produce a tone like that? I'm sure there's other things, but that seemed like the logical one. And if it does stop it, I'll buy another chip and put it in, and maybe I'll have 3 of these going. You never can tell. Now, I only have 2, well, actually 3 of the knobs, and I'll show you the knobs I'm talking about right here. Let's see. That's these knobs right here on the side, one on each side. And I'm not sure why people put these together on, but you can see there the washer. This is the rubberized type washer in between there, and that goes in between here and the base, or the base of the microphone. And it's got like a scooped out portion that it's rounded like this, and that's what holds your microphone in. I don't know why people put those in like that, but they do. Again, not a big deal. What I'm going to do is basically 3D print me a couple of these knobs like this, and they're basically 1/4 20, I think. And I'll make a couple of the rounded out plastic pieces. They'll work just as good as the rubber for this purpose, and use those with this, and that will give me, a full stand on both of them, and screws that I need. And like I said, the other one's totally fixed, and so like I said, it is working perfectly, and so that will give me two of them. I think I'll probably use one in here. I'm going to mount it some way. Right now it's just sitting on the arm of the chair, and I could easily knock it off. So I want to, the one in the workshop, I want to try to put on a boom, but I have heard that these don't go well with booms because they're so heavy. And they're not that heavy really, because if you think about it, that stand is what weighs a lot. And you don't use the stand with the boom, so I may try it and see what happens. I've got two of those mic booms that I have never actually installed, so I might try it and see what happens. But I thought it was interesting. I will, I was telling Bob, I will go ahead and yeah, you can see there's the other one that doesn't have the one of the there. So you can see that's the one that doesn't have it. I think actually that's the one that the good one. Yeah, I know it is. It's got that mic boom thing right there. So that was actually the good one, and I just used the ones from the one that didn't work on the good one, and that way I had one set. Now I'll make another set myself, and that way I'll have everything I need. That, and I can't tell if that's got the rubber or the washer in it or not. I just can't see it that well. Not a big deal. So anyway, that's been my situation. Also, while I'm sitting here, been working on something that actually Bob and I have been, or at least I have. Bob, I think, understands now why I wanted to. And so he was a little questioning my motives from switching the way we had our business set up, and I explained it to him very thoroughly, and I think he's on board now. But basically, let's go to this. There we go. WordPress. Now, I don't know for those that you guys that don't know, but WordPress is a blogging software, or it started out that way, I should say. And it's basically turned into something, basically the website editor or creator, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, it is used pretty much. I think they said 38% of the websites on the internet use WordPress. So that's pretty good. And you can download it for free. The only thing you have to do, set up an Apache server for your web server, and MySQL for a database, and a couple of other programs, programming type programs. And there is a program called XAMPP, XAMPP, out there that will actually set it all up for you, and you don't have to do anything. It's just really kind of neat. Runs as a basically as an application, and you just run it and wait for it to install. And after you do that, you install WordPress. Now, WordPress itself, sorry, I don't mean to make all those noises. WordPress itself is just a download. It's a zip file, and if you unzip it, there's only one folder in there, and that's called WordPress. And basically, once you get your Apache server and your database set up on your computer, you copy that WordPress folder into a file or a folder called htdocs, and you can then basically, there's a few prompts to fill out, your username, password, things like that. But once you do that, you can set up a local server on your computer, and it basically operates just like the one on your internet online. So what I did was I did that yesterday. We talked about this yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Yeah, we decided yesterday was our business meeting, and we decided to go ahead and try this. And so I've gotten this much done since yesterday, and I'm going to show you by clicking this. This is the home site, home page on our site. You can see it kind of looks familiar, and if you read it, it's exactly the way that it is on the one online. In fact, I'll click on that, and you can see website. It's a little bit different in the size and things like that. I don't have all the menu pages, page menus up there yet, and stuff like that. But all this is the same. This might be a little bit wider, because the fonts are different and things like that. But basically, they're the same thing. And I do have the home page set up now, as you can see. I have the about page set up. And really, that's all I've gotten so far. That sample page is one that came with WordPress. Really not anything. It's just an example page, as it says. But like I said, this is all on my local computer. This is not online. But the surprising thing I thought about this was, and I didn't really expect this to work. Now, for one thing, the links work.
Coming up on today's episode.
That's the video I uploaded on YouTube, and that plays fine. These links here actually work. If I click on the store page, it takes me to the store page of the website, and that's actually online, and which I thought was kind of different. All the what do you call it, pages work, and the only thing I did to get this working was to basically go into the website itself, and like on the about page, I just did this, and copy and paste the whole. Well, I did the whole page, but I copy and paste the whole page and just hit copy, and then went over to the page that I was creating and set up a text box and copied it in. That was it. That's how easy that was to do. So kind of happy about that. So I told Bob that I was going to go ahead. I'm not totally happy about everything on the thing, but I am happy enough to where we're gonna use this as is, like it is, and I think it's close enough to do. I've got to add a couple things. I'd like to have that black bar up there like the one that's on the other one. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try. But things like that work, and so I told Bob after I finished setting up all the pages that are on the other one, which there are several pages there to set up, but if they're all as easy as this one was, well, it's not too hard. And once I do that, we may go ahead and try to get it uploaded to the website that we're going to be getting hosted. We do have to pay for hosting now, but this eliminates so much problems because there is a plugin that you can use with this called WooCommerce. And basically it handles all your ordering and things like that, your links to PayPal, things like that. So we can do everything from this one page, and we're not limited like we are with Ecwid and Free Web Store. And I think Ecwid's 5 product limit, I think, is what the 5 or 7. And I don't know what Free Web Store is, but I'm sure there's a limitation there. The thing with the Free Web Store is the reason we went with Ecwid is because it went down one time, and there's nobody to call, no way to get a hold of anybody, because it's free. They don't offer a lot of support. I mean, you can ask online, I guess, and things, but nobody was answering their email, nothing. It was like I said, we were down for, I think, about a week. So that's why I decided to go with find another e-commerce site, and we went with Equid. And then when I found that they had a limit, I thought, well, we'll put part of them on the Bear Kits on free website or free web store, and just use the Equid for like the BDST2, which is the complete kit, and then we were going to use it for the mini boombox here, which is coming up soon, I hope. And so, like I say, that's what that is going to be. But, this will do away with all of that. It will all be on one site. It will all be, again, like I say, hosted on, I can't think of the name now, but it's pretty cheap. I think if you get we are thinking about it because you get a little bit more support, I think, with the $3 a month hosting. So that's like $36 a year. And so you get your website hosted. I think you get email. I think there's you get a domain name. I'm not really sure, but again, it's pretty reasonable. And I think for less than the money that we were going to pay if we used Wordpress.com, which is basically the same program as this, but it's a self-hosted or self-hosting place that you pay for so much a month, and they host your website, and you create it just the same as you would in this. But you can do all this for free. And the WordPress.com, you had to go with, I think, a $25 a month fee to get access to WooCommerce, and you just about have to have that to set up a store. So this way you can do that for free, and you just pay for the hosting. So not a bad deal. I think we're gonna work on it. I'm not gonna. Bob said, "I can't believe you did all this work in that little time." I said, "Well, I said when you feel like it, you just got to go for it." And I felt like it today. Got a little warm in here. I hadn't turned the AC on yet, and it was up to 81 inside, and it was starting to get a little close, a little humid. And I went ahead and kicked the AC on. I think I got it on 78, which is not a lot, but it keeps it cool for me, and that's all that matters to me, right? So anyway, like I said, we did that, and I think it's going to work out good. I'm very happy about it. So that's coming up. I don't know. That's about it, I guess. I just wanted to do a little quick video. I hadn't done a video in a while, so you know me. I'm kind of like Bill. I like to do a video now and then. But that's what it is, and hopefully we can get this going fairly soon and get away from... Now, the summer months are usually, and I say usually, it has been the last since we've been open as a business, all the summers have been our slowest sales, and I guess people are out doing things, which I can't blame people for doing that. But so we don't have a lot of sales in the summer, so I figured this is the best time to do this, get it all done, and that way when we do pick up in the winter or fall or whenever it is, we'll be all set up with the new site. It'll be very transparent. There will be a link on the Weebly homepage now that basically directs you to this when we get it set up. And also we'll, change our address and anything else that we need to do other places. So, anywho, but you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.